So I recently posted this reel, and this was the response that I got. And I just want to share how I managed to balance work, my 9 to 5, my 5 to 9, my health, self-care time, and just really my personal and professional life. The first thing is I set boundaries. I have very healthy boundaries in the workplace as well as in my personal life. And the way I've done that in the workplace is really setting expectations for what my manager can expect from me, as well as sharing the same thing with my direct reports. It's important to have healthy boundaries in the workplace, especially when it comes to balancing time off and setting those boundaries when it's time to shut it down for the day. So I, may work some longer hours some days, but on the weekends, I really try to preserve that time for myself to relax, self-care, to recharge, and do anything that is a priority for my business. So the first thing is setting healthy boundaries in the workplace. Also, setting expectations when it comes to time off. I am newer into the environment. I was promoted back in April, and I'm still learning my way through this environment. I'm still building relationships. But one of the most important things that I message to my direct reports and their employees is time off. Taking your PTO, not allowing yourself to get burnt out, knowing yourself and knowing when you need a break. And then also being intentional about sprinkling time off. So, working in a very high-paced, high-volume environment over, more than 50% of my career, I have learned to be very strategic with my time off, not just when it comes to the holidays, but sprinkling that time off throughout the year, just in case I need a mental or physical break from the workplace. So the first thing definitely is the boundaries, and then also being intentional with your time off. Next, it's also setting boundaries in my 5 to 9, being very strategic about a schedule, what it actually looks like. I have a social media manager that helps me now, so that has been huge and very helpful with being strategic about my content, scheduling when to shoot reels, and then also, captions, meeting with her. So that has also helped me be very, very intentional, and also time management when it comes to my 5 to 9 outside of my 9 to 5. And then my self-care time. Like, I used to be very, very strict about when I would practice self-care during the day, but as I've become more comfortable in my self-love, self-care, and healing journey, I am not only, giving myself the grace, but also being compassionate and, finding the time to do self-care. Doesn't always have to be the same time every day, but I still manage that time. So it's starting off being very strategic, intentional, and making yourself a priority in your personal and professional life, setting those boundaries in the workplace as well as in your personal life, sticking to your boundaries, and then also making time for yourself. So that's PTO in the workplace, taking time off, and then also taking time off from, your outside life as well, whether that's you making self-care time, or you're planning a vacation, or you're getting away, disconnecting from social media or from people. It's all about the intentionality. So it can absolutely be done. I won't say I perfected it, but I am in a much better place than I was 2 years ago. And now I'm at a place where when I take time off from work, I don't guilt myself. I know for sure that when I leave, the wheels will keep turning and things will get done. And then when I come back, I'll pick back up and catch up from what I missed. But I've learned to not guilt myself when I leave, even if I have a lot of work to do, because I know that me taking care of myself is a priority, and it's very important to put Jessica first. So these are just a few things that I do to be able to manage work, my 5 to 9, my 9 to 5, my health, making some time for working out, walking, or I got a Peloton, so I've added some of those equipment in my home. And then also just prioritizing myself when it comes to my schedule. So I hope these work. If you have any questions or anything that you do to be able to balance and manage your personal and professional life, drop it down in the comments.